Next up, my book highlight is Because of Winn-Dixie by Kate DiCamillo. In chapter 2, we've already met the dog Opal decided to rescue from the Winn-Dixie store manager and the employees. On the way home, she talks to the dog she called Winn-Dixie and tells him about what she would say to the preacher. Winn-Dixie looked up at me and wagged his tail. He was kind of limping, like something was wrong with one of his legs. And I have to admit, he stunk. Bad. He was an ugly dog, but already I loved him with all of my heart. In chapter 10, we've just met the older woman named Gloria Dump, who says to Opal herself that Dump is an odd name, but Opal doesn't mind at all. In fact, Opal opens up to Gloria Dump because Winn-Dixie looked at her like she was the best thing he ever seen. I told Gloria Dump everything, and the whole time I was talking, Gloria Dump was listening. She was nodding her head and smiling and frowning and saying, "Is that right?" I could feel her listening with all of her heart, and it felt good. It makes sense to me that there is a library in chapter 15 of the story. One of my personal favorite places as a child was the library right next door to my house. Miss Franny Block, who is in charge of the library, befriends Opal early on. But after she tells a story to Opal and Amanda about Litmus W. Brock and the Civil War and litmus lozenges, and gives Opal Gone with the Wind to read to Gloria Dump, a pot of friendship starts brewing to a real get-together of characters in the book. Miss Franny Block and Gloria Dump sure are the best storytellers. First, Miss Franny shares how her great-grandfather came up with a candy that has a secret ingredient but that has no flavor, but a feeling. Imagine that. Later, Miss Gloria tells how you have to let lost things go to find them. Now that might not mean anything to you until you don't have something or somebody that you really want in your life. Chapter 22 is not the end of the story, but I want to tell you that Winn-Dixie was a sneezing dog who had a smile with a personality. Is it possible that Winn-Dixie's charm brought all the characters together? Or was it Opal's heart opened and she learned to love what she got while she's got it? Unlikely friends with a big warm smile is what I envision in the preacher's prayer. Dear God, thank you for warm summer nights and candlelight and good food. But thank you most of all for friends. Now, there's an interesting quote by the preacher at the end of the book. Actually, on page 125, he says, "Other people's tragedies should not be the subject of idle conversation." Now, I think you're just going to have to read the book to find out who the preacher is in Because of Winn-Dixie.